On this week's East Coast Hour, we're featuring a release of sorts. It's a lineup of the Granville Green. It's a 30th annual Granville Green. And I have with me right here, Michelle Farrow, who is the Director of Recreation, Marketing, Tourism, and Culture for the town of Port Hawkesbury. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Michelle, I mean, Granville Green is always something that people look forward to in the summer, and there's always a fabulous lineup of artists who are there. And how many years have you been organizing Granville Green?
This will be my third Granville Green.
Okay.
So I came on in 2021. And so that was actually the second year that we had to cancel Granville Green.
Okay.
Because of COVID.
Yes.
So it was actually kind of an interesting time to come on because I had some time to really learn the ropes and I had some extra time there. So this will be my third live show. Perfect. For Granville Green.
Good.
Yeah.
And so we're here today to talk about the lineup of the artists. And you, before we kind of went on here, you kind of said, do you want to know what the lineup is? And I actually didn't. I kind of want to be surprised, just like everybody else. So yeah, we're going to get you to share the lineup. Are you looking forward to the artists that you have kind of in line for this year?
Very much so. You know, something that I should say I always try to do. It's only been 3 years, but something that I like to do is have a really nice, diverse group of offerings, and I like the idea of there being something for everyone. Mm-hmm. So I mix up the genres, and it's really kind of a lot of pressure though because it's such a big day when we release the lineup, and people are kind of waiting with bated breath on, you know, who did she pick? Who did she pick? Yeah. We do have a pretty rigorous selection process though too. So it kind of makes it easier. The artists have to be all Canadian.
Yes.
We do weigh heavily on East Coast musicians, of course, for obvious reasons, because that's the history of Granville Green and what it's always been. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, you know, when the lineup comes out, you get a little nervous on our end because people say, oh, well, I never heard of this person or I never heard of that person. We see it as a positive because we think it's even better if you haven't heard these artists before, because Granville, you know, kind of the whole point of Granville Green is to provide a platform for emerging artists and to give them an opportunity to play on a stage with, you know, some of the bigger names and things like that. So yes, to answer your question in a roundabout way, I really am excited.
So this being the 30th year of Granville Green, what can people expect different, or what makes this so special about the 30th year?
So we try to, you know, it's a little bit tough to do it, you know, for the reasons that I mentioned before, like the whole point of Granville Green being sort of a starting stage for a lot of artists. My first initial thought was, well, let's get everybody back that played 30 years ago. Right. Like that was kind of the first thing that we thought of. But, you know, those artists have grown since. Which is a good thing, and which, you know, lends to the whole idea of Granville Green. But they also cost more. So it's a little bit challenging.
They may be priced out of your range here at this point.
Challenging, which is a good thing. You know, for those artists.
That's right.
So something that we've done that we plan to do this year is we're introducing a couple of contests. Okay. So the first contest is going to run for the whole month of June, and it's a Granville Green throwback contest. Okay. With a bit of a regional, with a local, regional, and island tourism component. So what we're doing is we're inviting people to dig through their old photos of Granville Green and send us their favorite photos from Granville Green anytime over the past 30 years. So the older, the better.
Nice.
So yeah, you can find all that information and more about the artists at granvillegreen.ca or at Granville Green on Facebook and Granville Green PH on Instagram. The second contest will run throughout the whole festival. So from the first day to the last day. And it's a scavenger hunt. Okay. So, and it's all run through an app. And what it is we we post challenges in the app and
Okay.
you get points, and there's a leaderboard and there's a live feed and things like that. So what it does is encourages folks to come out to the series.
Yes.
So the more Granville Greens you attend, the more points you can get.
Yeah. So anybody who's a competitor,
Yes,
anybody who likes
get
a challenge,
out to all 6 shows. But also you get extra points for eating, staying, or playing in the area.
Okay.
And those are mega points.
Nice.
So what we really want to do is just encourage people to spend more time with us here.
Good.
And yeah, just, frequent local establishments, stay overnight here. We really want
Those
to
probably get you some real bonus points.
Yeah, it really does. I think it's like 1,000 points.
Okay.
If you stay in the area. And that's Port Hawkesbury and surrounding areas. So yeah, so we've teamed up with some local establishments, and there's lots to come on those contests, but that's, I guess, the most different. We'll do some little challenges, like we want everybody wearing green to the first opening night of Granville Green, and we'll have some commemorative t-shirts and things like that.
Okay, nice. Sounds
So
exciting.
yeah.
So let's get to the lineup.
Let's do it.
So I haven't seen or heard of any of these the list yet.
Yes.
So you're going to surprise me and
Hopefully it
shock
makes
me,
it more
hopefully.
exciting
Yeah.
for you.
So we'll go through. So when does it all begin? What's
So
the first?
July 7th.
Okay, and who do you have on that night?
So on that night, we have half of our Island Girls. So opening
Okay.
the show, we have Jen Shepherd.
Okay.
And our headliner that evening is the lovely Heather Rankin.
Heather Rankin. Nice.
Yeah, so always excited to have
She'll put on. They
have
both
our Island
will
Girls
put on
back.
a great show.
Yeah, and I think I was talking to someone about the most highly attended Granville Green, and that was the Rankin family years ago, where they estimated we had about 8,000 people come out to that show. So that's what we expect, Quad County. So we want you to come out to
That's the goal. 8,000 plus.
Yeah, 8,000 plus. We'd love to see it every single week. So moving on to July 14th, opening the show, we have long-standing dynamic duo, been in the East Coast music world for 40 plus years, Evans and Doherty.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice,
So
nice toe tapping evening.
we all know and love Kevin and Brian, and they really do provide, that something for everyone kind of feel. Headliner that night is Billboard charting award-winning pop rock artist John Mullane.
When I think that I'm getting higher, she takes me down, down. She lights me up like a fire and then burns me down. It's freaking me out.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's
That's great.
I actually can't wait to meet him. He just
He is
a very interesting
talented.
guy. Yeah,
very.
you've probably talked to him.
Yes, and talked to him and showed his videos on our show here as well. So yeah, he's fabulous.
Yeah, he really is. He really is incredible and very accomplished in the music world.
That's great.
Moving on to July 21st, we have, my goodness, I'm all mixed up here. We have a duo, Ray Stone and Dennis Hull.
Oh,
They're called Our Father's Fools.
yes.
We're from Canada, we say sorry, even when it's not our fault, don't you worry. When push comes to shove, we're standing straight and tall, and we say, hey, hey. We're from Canada, we say sorry, even when it's not our fault, don't you worry. When push comes to shove, we're standing proud and strong.
And I've actually been following them for some time. Just on Facebook, their videos pop up. And I think Ray grew up on Almaden.
He did. He grew up in Ayrshire.
Yeah. So really excited to have them. They have such a cool vibe.
Yeah.
And they are rocking, toe tapping, really relatable lyrics to their songs, incredible songwriting. So I'm really, really excited.
I came across Ray through social media and made contact with him immediately.
Yeah.
Because I needed him on the show. And at the time they
Very
didn't
cool.
have any videos.
Yeah.
So they recorded something to be able to get onto East Coast Hour. So they
Yeah.
are very talented together.
They really are. And I do follow them a bit on social media, and it looks like they're just really community minded guys, and they did some
doing it
charity work
right.
and things like that. So that's right up my alley.
Perfect.
I love that
And
stuff.
who's
So-
with them that night?
So the headliner that night will be Campbell and Johnston.
Oh, okay.
So they are a blues rock duo from Halifax. Incredible. First time I heard them, I was like, I gotta have these. I gotta have these two there. Moving on to July 28th, opening the show is Kristen Martell.
Okay.
So Kristen is a bilingual
Bilingual, that's right.
folk pop rock artist. Really excited to have her. She took about a 10-year hiatus from music while she was raising her kids and working, and we're just really excited to give her a platform. She's also writing a Francophone album right now, so hopefully she'll do some of her new stuff.
Sure she will.
So really, really excited to have Kristen. And then headlining on the 28th is Christina Martin.
Though I hated how it felt, how she took our breath away, I knew that she was right. It took years for me to see, 'cause she came for you and me, yeah. I know I had to go.
So multi-award-winning musician and just an incredible songwriter. And just kind of a cool chick. She's
very much involved with her social media site.
Yeah.
Keeps that up to date, and people should follow her.
Yeah, they really should.
Ex-Tina.
Yeah, she is incredible. Really excited about August 4th. We've got St. John's based folk group Reuben Rake coming on board. And they're just a really dynamic duo. They'll bring something different to the green, which is something that we would love to have this year and every year. And actually they're friends with the headlining group, and that is Rum Ragged.
Oh my goodness.
So always excited to have Colin
Yes.
Grant around me. He's one of the quartet that make up Rum Ragged, and really it's back home for Colin. So
Yes.
any opportunity that we have to have Colin around is a welcome opportunity.
Oh, great.
So-
Good lineup.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
so far.
Thank you. We have one more.
One more.
Sure. So opening the show on August 11th, which is the final show, is Fire Valley Fire.
Yes.
So they're a rock band from Sydney,
Yes.
and they really mix up the genres. You might hear a bit
They
of
do.
country, a bit of metal, a little bit of folk, a little
We
bit of
featured
pop
them on the
rock.
show as well.
Very nice. So really excited to meet Justin and the crew there, and to have them play on the stage.
Nice.
Yeah, sort of the pièce de résistance to end the series. We have Dave and Don Carroll, the sons of Maxwell.
Oh, nice.
United, you broke my Taylor guitar. United, some big help you are. You broke it, you should fix it. You're liable, just admit it. I should have flown with someone else or gone by car.
Yes. Nice traditional way to end off the
I think
festival
I
as well.
thought so, and I thought let's end it with a bang and a fan favorite.
Nice.
And so yeah, so that's
What an
your
exciting
Greenwood
lineup. That
Thank
is
you.
great.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you so much. It's
No.
always nerve-wracking to release
No,
the lineup.
I think
I'm
that
excited.
people are going to enjoy this lineup. And same as you're encouraging people to come out. I mean, just people, if anyone hasn't experienced Granville Green, they definitely should come out. And this is your year to do it.
Oh my goodness. Like
but-
I remember taking my own babies
Mhm.
and sitting on the green on my picnic blanket and, just enjoying the fresh air and the train whistles and
Yeah,
the
that's right.
ocean and
There's always a train that
Yeah.
passes by.
there's
Yeah.
always a train every year, but it really is an experience. And fortunately, if there's bad weather, we do have the Civic Center.
Right.
We don't like to
So you
move
don't have-
inside.
No.
We only do it when we absolutely have to, but we are very fortunate that we never have to cancel.
Mhm.
And that our production crew, John Ellingbo and everyone, the artists are all very flexible and just so easy to work with.
So if someone was thinking of coming to the Green for any of these shows,
Mm-hmm.
what time should they kind of be settled in their space?
Well, we close the road on either side of the Green at 6.
Okay.
So anytime before that,
Especially if they have to drop someone
if they
off
have to
first.
drop
Yeah.
off, or if they want to park somewhere and walk, really encourage people, come to town early, have
Mhm.
dinner here, walk down, especially if it's a really nice
Mhm.
day, or go for a walk on our beautiful
Boardwalk.
is all redone, and it's really a nice place to,
Good.
to picnic with your family or bring the kids or, but really, it's, if you expect a bigger crowd, then it's always good to come
Get a little
about
earlier.
a little early.
And so what time does the opening act go on stage?
7 o'clock
7?
every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
And they're on for about a half an hour.
about a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the headliner is usually about 70 to 90 minutes.
Nice.
If they're really rocking, I tell them keep
Keep
going.
going.
Just
going.
keep going. Do whatever you feel.
Good.
And that happens often, but we usually wrap up around between 9 and 9:30.
Good. Great evening out.
Yeah.
Free.
Free.
I mean, that's a great thing to promote
Yeah.
because people, I know are struggling.
It really is.
But
And
what a way to see some East Coast talent.
And I mean, we couldn't offer this for free without our sponsors, of course. So Bearhead Energy and Everwind are presenting sponsors this year. And for the past number of years, we have numerous local businesses who sponsor. And this is how we can keep it free for the community and visitors as well. So just always sending shout outs to those who help us.
That is absolutely great. Michelle, what a lineup.
Thank you so
Looking
much.
forward to it and hoping to make it down to, if not all, but most of the
Wonderful.
Granville Green sessions. So
Love
really
to have
appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Then Michelle Farrow, who is the Director of Recreation, Marketing, Tourism, and Culture for the town of Port Hawkesbury. She just shared the Granville Green 30th lineup for this 2024. And make your way down. Sunday evenings, free concert, Granville Green in Port Hawkesbury, with the shows getting underway at 7. Thank you so much. This is East Coast Hour with Chuck.